Hey, study buddies. And okay, so today we're going to be learning how to divide polynomials. Now, what does that mean? That means that we have to use long division. So I know we have to go back to long division, back to those days. I know we can't use our calculator anymore once we do polynomials. So we're going to recall what we've done previously when you were much younger, our long division, just so you guys kind of get a handle of it. And then we're going to go over to polynomials since they are a little bit more difficult. So just to start off, we have to know some of the terminology. So we're going to go through it as we solve the problem. But the main ones I want you to focus on right now is your dividend, which is here, your 123. So you're doing 123 divided by 5, and 5 is going to be your divisor since that's what you're dividing 123 by. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So what do we need to do? Let's grab our pen over here. I'm going to make it red. How about that? Yes, perfect. Okay, so 5 can't go into 1. So we already know we have to go, okay, how many times does 5 go into 12? It goes twice. And what does that produce? That produces a value of 10. So we do 5 times 2, put it here, 10, and we subtract. And we get 2. Now we got to move down that 3. Now you have 23. How many times does 5 go into 23? 5, 10, 15, 24 times. So we have 4 here, okay? And minus 4 times 5, which is 20. And you're left with 3. 5 can't go into 3. And we're not going to look at decimal places because that's not important when we're dividing polynomials. So that's pretty much what you need to know. I hope it came back to you a little bit. So now the terminology I want you to focus on is your quotient. Your quotient is whatever you're getting, whatever your answer is. Your remainder is whatever is left over. And that's what produces those decimal places, which we don't need to worry about, like I said, for polynomials. So hopefully you guys got a handle on this. All right, now we're going to take a look at dividing polynomials. So as you can see, it is slightly more complicated. So what we have here is we have 3x cubed minus 5x squared minus 7x minus 1, all divided by x minus 3. So what do you want to do first? You want to take this, you want to see what multiplies with x to give 3x to the exponent 3. Okay? So what is it? It's going to be 3x squared. You guys know that. Because 3x squared times x, you have now produced 3x cubed, right? All right, well now we cannot forget that we have another term here, which is negative 3. So we're going to have negative 3 times 3x squared, which is 9x squared. Okay, so it looks like this. All right, so now that we have that, let's solve. Let's start solving. So 3x cubed minus 3x cubed, you get 0. So that was the purpose of us developing that 3x cubed, so that we could get rid of some of these values, these early terms, these higher term values. Okay, now we have negative 5x squared minus 9x squared. So essentially it's negative 5x squared plus 9x squared. So we get plus 4x squared. Awesome. So now that you've produced this, you want to bring this down first. So minus 7x. Now you want to see what value multiplies with x to give us 4x squared, so that we can now get rid of that term, right? So let's do it. We get plus 4x. Okay, so 4x times x, we get minus 4x squared. And remember, we have the second term, so negative 3 times 4 is negative 12x over here. All right, so we do that. We had 4x squared minus 4x squared, which is 0. You get negative 7 minus 12x, so negative 7 plus 12x, which gives you positive 5x. So let me just write plus here, and you're going to bring this down. Awesome. So we've gone through a lot. Now we got to get rid of this term. So what do? 5 times x will give you 5x, so plus 5. All right, so now we got to see what it gives us. Minus 5x, 5 times negative 3, you get negative 15. Okay, let's solve. So we get 5x minus 5x, that's 0. Negative 1 minus 15, which gives you plus 14. Okay, so now you have divided your polynomial. This is your quotient that you received from dividing these polynomials together. Okay, so that is how you divide polynomials. This is an essential skill to when you go into factoring polynomials. Okay, now I just want to raise awareness. A way to check if you've done it correctly is to use the division statement. So what you would do is you would take your divisor, you would multiply it by your quotient, and you add the remainder. So we even use this with regular division, what we were doing a long time ago. It works with polynomials as well. So essentially what you would be doing is you would take the divisor, which in this case is x minus 3. You would multiply it by your quotient, which is 3x squared plus 4x, and you would add 14. And what you would get is you would get your dividend, what you started off with. So that's just an easy way to check if you've done it properly. All right, so that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.